Hi, y'all. We tuned in for another episode of Make That Radio Show. This is Music and Business Talk, and we have a person who's been in the industry and has a business that goes along with the industry, not a stranger to the show. I believe it's your second time on. We have I call him the GOAT of
Hey, I
uh,
appreciate it. I appreciate
hey,
it. I actually think
again,
this our third interview.
is it?
I know me and my partner,
Uh-huh.
Me and
Yeah.
Ricardo did one, and I think
hmm
me and you did one solo as well.
I can't remember.
Okay, okay.
That's how, good times. You know what I'm saying? Good times be
For, su-
flying.
for
But
sure.
Santrell, thank you for, taking the time out your busy day to come through again. Um, so I want to get into it. There's a lot of stuff we can talk about. Um, but I want to get into like one for everyone who doesn't know out there, you're a filmmaker, director, videographer, I would say producer, executive producer,
hmm
editor. What other title would you give yourself as a creator?
Definitely artists.
Yes, artist,
I just
yes.
like being bundled up as an artist.
hmm
Just taking the elements and bringing ideas into the real world. Or you could call me an alchemist.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Central
yeah.
the Alchemist.
Yeah, the alchemist, right? Make
Mixing up the
order out of
mm,
chaos. If you got an idea and you want it structured and brought to life, I'm the guy to come see.
that's what's up. So I mean you mentioned it the last time, but for those who don't remember or those who are new, because I have been collecting some new audiences here, especially in the Metro Atlanta area. So
Okay.
shout out to everybody out there who've been tuning in and watching all the different episodes. But you got started in videography way back when.
When I'm running around with my iPhone 5.
hmm
But like I bought my first 4K digital camera 2020.
Was that the year that I got you to do those three different videos?
No, that's what that was before. So that was probably more like 2018.
So you've been
Uh
professional since 2018 because that was a paid gig.
Hey, for sure. You the first person to pay me. I always tell people that, man. And that's what I like about you the most. Not the fact that you paid me, but you're a person that can really see talent in its raw form. Most people
Yes.
cannot appreciate art until it's on a certain level, right?
Yeah.
So to be able to have the taste
hmm
to appreciate art and see something before it's all the way in its polished form,
hmm
that is a really good skill that a lot of people don't have.
You know what? Now that you mention that, that's what it is. Because
Yeah.
I've done that with just recording artists, visual artists, yourself
Yep.
as a creator, other
Yep.
creators, and bringing light to a lot of people who didn't have that light. And then after the light is brought to them, it gives them, I would say, the confidence to
Yep.
go and pursue more,
For sure.
and to really understand that they have value in the
For sure.
community.
Tons of people have origin stories with you.
You know what? I should put together like an origin story book or something. That would be,
Yeah.
or a video or something.
See, you're an alchemist as well.
Yeah. Always out here creating out of chaos. I love it.
Yeah.
So you started off with the videos. You was doing the sports videos at first.
Yeah, I actually very first it was music and
Okay.
entertainment because remember it was me, Jairus,
Mm-hmm.
Scoop.
Mm-hmm.
So we had that happy grinding movement we were working on. My
Yes.
little cousin
I remember
James.
that.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. J Flame. All
Mm-hmm.
of us were kind of goody supreme.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, that was like really in the real origin. Before we even kind of know what we doing. And then we really moved into the sports videos. That was, kind of next, right up there. It's all
Mm-hmm.
kind of right there together.
Yeah.
I knew that where we are today, with
Mm-hmm.
everybody having a camera
Mm-hmm.
and video being like the front of everybody,
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. like
Yeah.
2017. I knew it would be like it is today.
Yeah.
So I tell my partner Rico all the time, I say, I maybe not have accomplished everything to the point that I want to right now,
Hmm.
but I always feel good about making that choice to pick up that camera. I feel like I was right about where I saw marketing and film going.
Yeah. No, no, you are right about that. And then like, what I'm saying, to piggyback on what you said as far as like, where you want to be, I just think
Hmm.
it's a matter of time before you get there.
For sure.
Like
Yeah,
it's not if, it's when.
definitely win. Yeah.
It's when. It's it's an action word because your talent alone, like again, you said have a knack for seeing and raw talent. You've been
Hmm.
able to polish that raw talent into the potential of what it is, and plus you have even more to go. And
For
I think
sure.
you're light years away from a lot of people right now. And then you have even more to go because you always want to grow. You always want
Yeah.
to, keep ascending and ascending. Um, do you feel?
Higher.
Do you feel like you have like set a I guess a precipice in the area in the Middle Georgia area for like
Yeah.
how videos have what I'm saying supposed to be presented?
For sure. I definitely feel I'm a part of it,
Hmm.
along with Tony Fair,
Hmm.
along with visual artist Jay,
Hmm.
along with BP,
Hmm.
along with Cinema Sultan. Like right now, I feel like Cinema Sultan is raising the bar on music videos right
Hmm.
now. You know, just with the AI graphics and the
Hmm.
color grading.
Hmm.
Cinema Sultan has just dropped some visuals here recently
Hmm.
that have been higher,
Yeah.
than what the standard was,
Yeah.
So he's raised the bar. But yeah, I definitely feel like I was a part of that, especially with the sports videos, putting them in 4K.
Hmm.
A lot of people were filming. Shout out to Ron, Ball
Hmm.
So Hard, who's
Hmm.
still doing it and carrying that mantle now. But we were one of the first people to like put the kids in 4K,
Hmm.
And my biggest thing with that at that time was it wasn't even so much about the sports, my approach. Like
Hmm.
Run, like he does more highlight film college tape, like
Hmm.
which is really useful, helping the
Hmm.
kids get recruited
Hmm.
and seen. So we gotta protect him at all costs in the
Yeah.
community. But my angle was really more about community and
Hmm.
psychology.
Yeah.
I was really trying to make kids and people invested into sports, want to get out there and play, and also feel cool and look cool
Hmm.
without being a rapper.
Yes.
So, like my sports films were like music videos. If you
Hmm.
go back and look,
Hmm.
and some people frowned on that at first, right?
Hmm.
But it wasn't for them. It was
Yeah.
for the kids. I
Yes.
wanted those little boys to get that dopamine
Hmm.
without having to be a rapper.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause,
Yep.
I feel there's a lot of I'm not saying that people shouldn't rap, but I think, what I'm saying, it's like one of those things that people just run to like, try to build a platform. And when actually I got to watching like Cam Newton talk about something, but one of the things that he said was we was talking about like signing bonuses and all that. You don't have to think about being a rapper. You just got to be disciplined. And when you're disciplined in something, especially with sports, and you get
Yep.
the right opportunities, the right looks, you can really build upon that. And you can get way more money. You can get way more opportunities because sports is universal.
For sure.
It'll take you all over the country and all over the world.
Yep.
Rapping per se, what I'm saying, won't necessarily do that in that same realm.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
you got like, funny contracts and all that stuff, whatever, when it comes to the music side.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing the sports and then you're doing the music videos, and then we start jumping into movies.
Yep. Movie. So yeah, definitely, man. So all of that definitely feel like we are part of
Mm-hmm.
just setting that standard. Like our first movie, Trust Issues.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we set the standard.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's not million budget look Hollywood film, but
Mm-hmm.
from an independent film standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
hey, you need to come like this or better. And
Yes.
then going into our second film, Loyalty Over Blood,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, going higher, improving, that was my only goal. Like it has to be better from my end, production,
Mm-hmm.
than the last film. Like every time I shoot or be a
Mm-hmm.
part of a project, I just want to get better. And I'm definitely always thinking about the culture. At one point, that's why I blacked out my picture on Facebook because I
Mm-hmm.
was hearing some things some people were saying, and I was like, dang, y'all missing it about me because it's never been about me. I'm not a
No.
person that need self promotion.
Yeah.
I'm just not that kind of person. Like when I create and when I do stuff, I'm
Mm-hmm.
really am thinking about the culture and the person that I'm filming for, or filming with. Like my business partner, he really critiqued me about that a lot. Like, bro, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta put yourself first sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, from the outside looking in, people see things, hear things, and they don't really understand.
No, I definitely get that. So let's dive into that just a little bit more. Then I want to circle back to the actual like time frame of Loyalty Over Blood.
For sure.
So when you build a platform, like I learned, right? Building a platform, you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it
Yeah.
for the community, right? But then
Facts.
people attach that, uh, I guess sometimes stigmatism or put you on a pedestal or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
How do you keep the balance and keep the narrative of this is for the culture, there's a bigger mission here at hand, as opposed to people trying to dial it back to the person?
Following the principles, man. Do your best to not selfishly self promote yourself.
Gotcha.
Let your work speak for itself and let other people praise you. Don't go around calling yourself the GOAT.
Hmm.
Don't go around calling yourself the best and can't nobody fuck with me and all these,
Hmm.
things people like to go into. So to keep yourself grounded and keep it focused on the mission, do your best not to self-promote yourself in a selfish way, right? You gotta
Yeah.
promote yourself,
Hmm.
marketing and advertising, but
Hmm.
I think we all understand the difference in the line between
Hmm.
marketing, advertising, and ego self promotion.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
to me, that's what I always try to stick to, even when it's itching me, and I want to pop it, or I just try to do my best, man, to woo-saw and just
Hmm.
try to put that energy on putting forward good product in the
Hmm.
marketplace.
No, I definitely understand that. And, we're all human. We want to
Yep,
be recognized for the hard work that we do and we
yep,
accomplish. And just having a vision, I've noticed that, and let's see if you see this too, when it comes to just being a creative and collaborating and getting people on a one accord, right?
yeah,
I'll preach this, you preach this. We have similarities with how we look at stuff. We get a lot of people involved, and we come up with the mission and the vision, and we pull people and plug them in, right?
yep,
And we want people to do their part as well to like
yep,
help push it and stuff like that. Because collectively, we'll all win.
yep,
Even individually, we'll win. Collectively, individually. I don't know if that makes sense to some people, but
yep.
it happens. I keep seeing the same thing for the last couple of years. And I keep seeing it where creators, visionaries, they're having a problem with getting people on board. And here it is still, it's now 2026, and there still seems to be an issue with people coming together. Why
Mm.
do you think that? Do you see this for one? Because I don't want to be presumptuous.
No,
But if you see this, why do you think this still is? Because I was talking about this stuff 10 years ago. You talking about this stuff 10 years ago and plus.
facts. Fact. First and foremost, like I think that's one of my slept on skills. Like I come from business sales background, like yourself. So working the film set, dealing with people, it's a lot of leadership and sales involved that is not filming and editing, that is going into the workflow the filming and editing that probably nobody ever pays attention to. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like you say, being able just to manage 100 people in a movie, and keep them motivated, or even the person I'm working with. Like, let's just say the executive producer, Lloyd Told Blood, Lockdog, and just being able to give him advice and advise him just on the people management part. So
Mm-hmm.
just getting everybody to work together is definitely is a skill and a hurdle. Why is that so hard? I think just because it's the age old saying. Everybody want to be a chief, nobody want to be an Indian. And then I'm gonna say this, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a soundbite for Macon. We gotta get a game banging because people bring game banging to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes y'all film group over here, y'all film group over here, y'all film group over here, and everybody want to be a chief, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the model is like we all following Detroit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Detroit set the standard for independent film. Nobody would be doing independent film if it went from the pioneers in Detroit.
Mm.
Basically, they put this on the forefront with Tubi, and them
Yes.
people been doing movies before Tubi. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and if we look at their model, they take the best editor. He works on everybody film.
Mm-hmm.
They take the best production crew. They work on everybody film.
Mm-hmm.
They take the best actors and actresses. They're in everybody film,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you gotta. I mean, you don't have to, but
Mm-hmm.
if you care about winning, and all I want to do is win. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. I don't care about self promotion
Mm-hmm.
because I've been praised for a long time, as a
Yeah.
kid. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so winning is all I care about. And teamwork is. The key to winning.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to ask ourselves, like, what's more, you having your name first
Mm-hmm.
or winning your ultimate goal? And so that's how I feel. We everybody want to be a chief.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really want to be an Indian. Everybody wants to build their own ship. And that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But I think a lot of times we need to come together, actually create a pot where we can have something to eat, right? And then once you have an overflow, you can take some food home.
Yeah.
But if everybody, if we all just, starting from zero, everybody, and then in making this what I'm seeing, man. That's why I say
Mm-hmm.
you brought up a good topic, and this
Mm-hmm.
might get me in trouble. I don't know, but everybody know I'm gonna be honest, right? And they
Yeah.
know I mean well.
Uh-huh.
But even with like support,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm saying. We gang bang. It's like, okay, if you support them, you can't support them over here, you know. And I know it's like that because when I see people in person,
Mm-hmm.
they be like, oh yeah, boy, I love that. And I be like, well, why you don't support me online? Where we can
Mm-hmm.
actually make some money and do some business. Why do you have to be a closet fan?
I don't know where that mentality comes from as
I
far
don't get
as
it.
being a closet fan
I don't
because
get it, bro. Cause
I
I'm
support
not,
everybody.
and it's dope. I don't care who did it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to be from my crew. Right?
Exactly.
But people, and then I'm sure it's not just Macon. It's just anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
just the nature of people. Like I say, people gang bang. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you ain't with my crew or if I don't know you, I'm not doing nothing to promote you in public. But you'll see me in
Yeah.
you know, but you know what I mean? But so I don't know, but that's my take on it. I
Mm-hmm.
think everybody want to be a chief, nobody really
Mm-hmm.
want to follow,
Mm-hmm.
but every good leader knows how to follow. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's another one of my attributes that I hang my hat on is that I know I can lead and be in the front, but I have no problem being number two.
Yeah. I'm like, 'cause at the end of the day, like, I don't know if people really want those responsibilities of being a leader 100% 24/7.
And I
That's the
don't.
thing. That's what people don't talk about. I'm
Yep.
like, when you're always constantly in front, people are always looking you for the answer. And
Yep.
sometimes, as a good leader, you know you will never have the answer all the time.
Yep.
That's why you keep a cabinet of, people around you that has their expertise in area, so you can get that information and then make the best decision possible for the mission going forward.
Yep.
And even going back to the point, everybody wants to, what I'm saying, build their own like silo, right? Cool.
Yep.
Like you said, everybody want to build their own ship, but
Yep.
why not sail in the ocean together?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Why not, what I'm saying, pull this one?
Would you rather be on a canoe in the ocean or the
Hmm.
Titanic? Well, the
Exactly.
Titanic probably a bad example,
Yeah,
right?
well, yeah,
But
I get
you
what you're
get what I'm
saying,
saying.
though. Yeah, I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. Be on the bigger, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just be on the
Yeah.
ocean. So, because I interview other podcast hosts and talk
Yeah.
about their platform. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why not? Because
Right.
it's an industry. It's
Right.
not, I don't have the market on that, nor does anyone. No one
Exactly.
has the market on the actual game itself.
Nobody. Right.
Nobody. I don't
The
care what
pot the
industry it
pot is
is.
unlimited. It's
Exactly.
unlimited. The pot is unlimited.
So I don't know. I just hope, people, because there's so much talent in Macon, Middle Georgia area.
For sure.
I just wanted to like get together, and these conversations shouldn't keep being had years and years and years later. It's like
Yeah.
each
Yeah.
decade, the same stuff.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
historical. It's even
Mm-hmm.
beyond modern times. Like it's like that chief Indian
Mm-hmm.
analogy comes from antiquity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are our ancestors, right?
Yeah.
Everybody had different tribes,
Mm-hmm.
and the tribes beef with each other, and that's why the colonizers were able to come in and conquer so easily because we
Mm-hmm.
were already had silos, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this tribe over here. Okay, you got some booze. I'll take the booze and show you where to go get them tribes over there that I don't deal with anyway. You
Mm-hmm.
know? And so now, through colonization and all of that, we've all been mixed together, and genetically, tribally, we all come from different tribes, essentially.
Yeah.
And so I think that plays a part too, is that we have just had a problem of division within our family for a
Mm-hmm.
very long time.
Yeah. I think it's going to take a huge effort though to be able to bring us back because so let's get into business, right? As far as numbers. And I
Mm-hmm.
want everybody to understand this. I recently looked up just in the state of Georgia. You can
Okay.
go AI search it and all that stuff. Black owned businesses, their annual, their network, sorry, not annual, but network, $58,000 on average, right? Our
The average
counterparts,
black business is worth $58,000.
thousand, yes, in the state of Georgia.
You see what I'm saying?
Now,
Canoes, bro. Canoes.
but here's the other side. Guess how much our counterparts are worth? Net average.
2, 3 million.
It's 600,000 on
Oh, okay,
average.
okay,
Yeah, we talk
okay,
about
okay.
okay. So let me preface it: small businesses,
Yeah, yeah,
and we
yeah.
know that small businesses, you know what I'm saying, about federal guidelines could be up to like $22 million, whatever.
For
But
sure.
still, but just think though, if our small businesses that we had were worth $600,000 just in value with one another, right? And then we did business with one another, and
Yep,
then the economic impact of that,
yep,
we're constantly employing one another to do stuff to satisfy the needs of the business to get to bigger levels. We will have this infrastructure to where we could do a lot.
yep, yep.
But
Nah, 100%. 100%.
I'm like, it's just that's just capital. We also like when you Google the pain points of black-owned businesses, mentorship, access to quality, you know what I'm saying, mentors and events. Like how many people are actually going out to like you work in film, right? So there are film festivals, there are conferences that y'all go to. You know what I'm saying that take place to let you know what the industry is doing because before that technology is rolled out, is exposed at the conferences and at the festivals. So then people can take that back to wherever they are all over the
Yep,
country. and start, you know what I'm saying, implementing new techniques and using new equipment and, just different things to make the film industry better overall to the consumer. But how many people are actually like taking it serious like that?
Right.
Like, do you run into like many people? And we could spread this broadly. We could
Yeah.
say not only just film people, but
Yeah.
artists
Yeah.
and creatives.
Yeah.
How many of those people are actually going to conferences that tell you that they went to a conference within like a year or 2 years?
Probably not a lot of people. That's the thing I like about my business partner and homeboy Lockdog, because he's somebody that networks. He does that, constantly in Atlanta. He tap in and do a lot of networking, and it's bringing us opportunities. But to answer your question, outside of Lock, I don't know a lot of people putting forth that extra effort to network or sharpen their skill. That's why I keep putting the message out about um iterations, like
Mm-hmm.
quality control, feedback, like just having somebody on your team in your industry that can give you feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm right with you 100%, what I mean? So, but like you say, I mean, the average artist, they hear that and they frown, I don't need nobody to be in my studio session with me, or in my writing room or beat room or editing room, whatever, you know. But the proverb is iron sharpens iron,
Mm-hmm.
Two cords are stronger than one,
Yes.
man and woman,
Mm-hmm.
is we are created to collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
It's collaboration, because I can make anything, but it doesn't have any life until I show it to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's all about people and creation and collaboration. And like I say, when we get networking with each other, group economics with each other,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be more successful. Everything I do is collaboration. I don't do nothing
Yeah.
by myself. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's never about me. All my projects, they collaboration. Like is that's just it. And I reap more that way.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. And then you like with the collaborations, you brought opportunities. You, like dog, Ollie out, have brought opportunities to other people who necessarily wouldn't get those opportunities. I'm like, let's take Loyalty Over Blood, for example. That movie in
Yep.
itself, I can tell y'all stepped it up. One, from a cinematic standpoint, but
Yep.
then two, you had a score.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you had like a score like you did this time with the
Nah,
first one.
nah, nah. The scoring and music was
Mm-hmm.
way more movie cinematic in Loyalty
Mm-hmm.
Over Blood
Mm-hmm.
versus Trust Issues.
Yeah.
Trust Issues was more like a mixtape.
Yeah.
Loyalty Over Blood is like an album.
Yes.
So yeah, there were way more in Loyalty Over Blood, and I actually wanted to be even more original and let KD Craig
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
score the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Only I talked to him about it, and I would probably definitely have him do it on our next project. I just ran out of time. You
Yeah.
know, that's the same with Hardhead Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
He was gonna mix the whole remix it.
Mm-hmm.
I just ran out of time.
Yeah.
So I just had to do a lot of things on my own,
Mm-hmm.
but just for the sake of time.
Mm-hmm.
Once we lost Rob, the leading character Smoke, he
Yeah.
got killed when we
Mm-hmm.
was about 95%
Mm.
into shooting the movie. We were pretty much done. We had
Yeah.
a few more scenes to go, and he got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just, it still hurt me to this
Yeah.
day. And it just, I didn't want to see the project. I didn't want to do nothing on the project. It was probably like 3 months. I actually had a dream. I
Mm-hmm.
had a dream. I dreamed about him. He had on an outfit that he wore in the movie. And he was like, I ain't dead, bro. I ain't dead. And I knew what that meant. I was like, it's
Yeah.
time to get up and edit this movie.
Yeah, because you lived on through the film.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yep.
love the fact that you didn't stop though, because I don't think people realize that too. When stuff like that happens, it takes a lot out of a creative.
Oh,
Because
oh
you're putting
man.
so much into it, and then mentally.
Yep.
Like, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You have to process something in real time, but then also deal with the fact that you had a close connection. You saw
Yep.
the potential for this person's talent, and
Yep.
then everything that comes around with just dealing and processing that in itself.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm glad you
Yep.
was able to get
Yeah.
over that hurdle and put it
Yeah.
out. Because like I
Yeah.
said, it's for the greater good.
And in the addition of like, it's not your fault. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But feeling like it's your fault, a
Mm-hmm.
piece of it is your fault as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I believe life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Several things I have filmed have came to life, like
Mm.
exactly how I filmed them.
Oh wow.
The way he died is how he died in the movie.
Mm.
We didn't show how he died in the movie because he
Mm-hmm.
died in real life, just like that.
Oh
And
wow.
so we didn't want the family to have
Mm-hmm.
to go through the trauma of seeing him die on film.
Yeah.
But we edited that scene out the film.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very similar. I'll just say
Yeah.
that without going into too many details.
Yeah. I love the fact that
Yeah.
you respected that too, and
Oh yeah.
because
I'm
some
telling you, it's
people would
never
take
about me. That's what I'm
exactly.
saying. Like that was the best ending, the best edit
Mm-hmm.
and movie cut.
Mm-hmm.
But it was bigger than me. It was
Yeah.
bigger than Lock Dog. He has a mother, he has
Mm-hmm.
kids,
Mm-hmm.
and even if they don't watch the movie but one time,
Yeah.
you know, we want to be as respectful to that as possible because we
Mm-hmm.
do care.
Yeah. So does that circumstance change how you think about making movies in the future then?
It does, man. I've been saying it. I tell people I work with all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I tell them all the time. I'm like, believe it or not, bro, I told them that on set. Like,
Mm.
funny story.
Mm-hmm.
Dartez.
Mm-hmm.
Dartez, you know Dartez, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Dartes.
Dartez, he get kills in the movie as well.
Mm.
Dartez didn't show up the day he was supposed to get killed in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So the scene where the ice cream truck comes and shoots Dartez,
Mm-hmm.
he's found on a totally separate day. I edited him in that scene because
Mm.
he didn't show. Later on, he told me it was really because the jinx, like he
Mm-hmm.
just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And when it was time to start filming those scenes, I told him, I said, I quoted the Dirk,
Mm-hmm.
Lil Dirk has a song, and he says, I can't be getting killed in movies going out goofy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was quoting it, and cause I don't like, even when we did trust issues, I did the same thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was supposed to get killed in the movie. I was like, we killing Sosa? You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. Like, this ain't even that kind of movie. Like,
Yeah.
we gonna kill a Macon legend? That's like killing Lock Dog in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
no, you're not gonna write a movie and kill Locke, in a movie like that,
Yeah.
that's kind of based on real life and making.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no way. So that's like trust issues. I didn't show him dying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just showed his legs,
Yeah.
cause I don't like doing it
Yeah.
because I believe in words. Words are powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm working with people, writers and other producers, I try to err on letting them have their creative freedom. I'm never
Mm-hmm.
trying to box somebody or control the
Mm-hmm.
whole narrative, but I'm very my beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
and I will cap it when I feel like that might be a little too far, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
But it's a piece of me as well, though, very artsy
Mm-hmm.
and want to do things exactly how we envision them. I will ride, the line of crossing the line.
Mm-hmm.
I got that in me. But I definitely, I don't want to kill nobody, in a realistic way,
Yeah.
in a film,
Yeah. I love that because I think.
especially when they
Mhm.
playing a character that's
Yeah.
like playing themselves.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's too close to life.
it's
You
too
know what I'm
close to
saying?
real.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
doing a ritual, Andres. It's a
Yeah.
ritual.
No. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I
it's
see that.
lights and mirrors. These cameras are mirrors, and it's a script,
Mm-hmm.
words. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a ritual. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's you. This what we do. You have to have some ethics.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't do everything that come to your imagination. You
Yeah.
gotta have some ethics. You gotta have some controls and some boundaries, and you
Mm-hmm.
gotta respect that we are performing magic.
Yeah. I like how you said that because I don't. I think there's a new age generation of making content, especially when it comes to films, whether it be short films or long films, right? Or even series.
Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna tie this into me shooting a reality show, right?
Okay.
This past summer, I shot my first reality show. It's called Bounce Around the A. I signed the NDA and all that stuff, but I can talk about it now because it's out.
Okay.
It's on Patreon. She loves it. I'm actually editing a few more episodes tomorrow.
For
I done
sure.
edited up to 7 episodes. They're already out. The seventh one drops Friday, and then it's supposed to be like 12. Realistically, with all the footage I have, it'll probably be about 15, maybe. But there's a certain way and like because when you're sitting there just filming people and they get used to the camera, you can
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of different things.
Yep.
And I have lots of different footage.
That you personally show the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I won't, you know what I'm saying? I meet where they want to present. And I'm saying that people shouldn't, I ain't saying that people ain't keeping it real or whatever. But there's just
Yeah.
certain things, you know what I'm saying, you keep to yourself,
Yep.
certain moments and stuff. Even if it was like, I have some funny bloopers that would be funny, but because if they were exposing the scene at the time, the person that it embarrassed, it wouldn't be a good look for them.
Yep.
And I'm like, some things you just, and like you said, ethics. I think nowadays, because of what people are chasing, the adrenaline rush or
Going
dopamines or
viral.
whatever, all that with social media, I think their ethics have been compromised to where they seem like they don't have any ethics at all.
Yep. I couldn't agree more. And likewise, man, I got stuff that'll go viral. I got stuff that'll embarrass people. But that's my trust with my talent and people that I'm working with.
Hmm.
When they know they can trust me as the editor, I'm
Hmm.
not gonna do anything that's not gonna take them higher.
Yeah.
If it's something that's not a good look for you, they can trust me that I'm not gonna show it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna start on set, really. Trying to make sure that everybody is presentable and we
Hmm.
doing things that you gonna be comfortable with in open. It's tons of things in Loyalty Over Blood that
Hmm.
made it, like I said, Rob scene and some of the sex scenes,
Yeah.
and it could have more nudity, more live,
Hmm.
I'm conscious, you know, what we show.
Yeah. I love that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're
And so you
creating a
gotta have
safe,
some ethics, man. You gotta have some
yes,
ethics.
I love it because you're creating a safe environment with people. And that's what's going to
Yes.
keep you, one, gainfully employed, and
Yeah.
people that trust you with a project. So I'm like, you do a lot. Do you write as well, right? You write script right too, right?
No,
Or
I've
you
never
don't?
written a never written a
Oh,
script.
really?
I script consult. Yeah.
Okay,
I've
gotcha.
never written a script. I've never written one word
Mm-hmm.
in only the voiceovers. Well, I have written the voiceovers.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the voiceover in Trust Issues, and
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the voiceover in Loyalty Over Blood. And I do that because I want to write the voiceover from the perspective of the viewer. So
Love
it's
it.
like me as the editor, I'm
Mm-hmm.
watching the film, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel I see the film differently than the writer.
Yes.
So the only parts of the films I've written is the voiceovers. Everything else, I just script consult. I give the feedback, I give
Mm-hmm.
the ideas,
Mm-hmm.
I make sure that we're following story structure.
Mm-hmm.
That's my job, just to make sure that the writer
Mm-hmm.
has the best piece of that they can have, from my limited knowledge, just being a consultant to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my job in the first three films, first
Yeah.
two films rather.
Mm-hmm.
The script consultant, and I've written the voiceovers.
Mm-hmm.
Lock Dog wrote all of Loyalty Over Blood, every single
Mm.
word, other than the voiceover.
That's what's
And
up.
the ad libs from the talent,
Yeah.
of course. Trust Issues. John Claude wrote Trust Issues. John Claude be Jizzle and Lock Dog story,
Mm-hmm.
but John Claude wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
But we were also the edit of Trust Issues is just a story on its own. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times I say it really was no script to Trust Issues,
Yeah.
but because it was it was just scattered a bit, So the Trust Issues the hardest film I ever had to edit in my life, hands
Mm-hmm.
down. That project was alchemy. Like,
Yeah.
we had to edit that movie into a story
Mm-hmm.
versus it being written to a story.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing. That's why Trust Issues has more voiceover than
Mm-hmm.
Loyalty Over Blood.
Mm-hmm.
See, because as a filmmaker, I'm using the voiceover to tie the story,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was necessary.
Yeah.
It's an add-on, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So that's why a lot of people will pick at Tubi movies and independent movies.
Mm-hmm.
They'll show the little skit, somebody freezing.
Yeah.
30 years ago, I was, and they start the
Mm-hmm.
voiceover. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because voice for professional industry writers, like, voiceover screams the writing was weak.
Mm.
Yeah.
Look at you giving away nuggets.
I'm
Um.
always give away the game.
Yeah.
Do you want it or not? Hey, but that's what I'm saying, man. I'm gonna give it
I
away.
love it. What have you learned about the business side? Because y'all have taken things to a whole nother
Oh
level,
man.
like you said, going in Tubi, having it on the platform. I think I did Amazon Prime as well
Yeah,
too.
Amazon Prime, and I'm gonna give you another nugget that
Mm-hmm.
people should probably pay for. My lesson this year with the business side
Mm-hmm.
and distribution, we promoted Amazon when it dropped, and we should not have. Right? We
Mm-hmm.
should have waited till the film hit Tubi and ran one campaign. So
Mm-hmm.
when we promoted Amazon, when it hit Tubi, it was like we had to relaunch the product. And the Amazon money is like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get smaller. And the
Mm-hmm.
Tubi money is like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get bigger, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like we funnel our audience to Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
and we made pennies from all those people that
Mm-hmm.
went and bought that movie on Amazon. And if we had to just waited and use all of our ads, all of
Mm-hmm.
our content, and just launch that film one time,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we would have revenued even more if we
Mm-hmm.
would have lunch that film one time
Mm-hmm.
instead of lunching it 2, 3 times, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we promote the premiere, then we promote Amazon, and then
Mm-hmm.
we got to come back and promote Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still really a testament to how strong of an independent marketing campaign we have in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it's hard to get people to pay attention to independent stuff. It's just
Yeah.
like we was talking about. Like, most people can't see the vision until you in Hollywood and they can't
Mm-hmm.
call you no more,
Yeah,
right?
but I be telling people that I was like, support the people while you can because you ain't gonna
Yeah.
get
Oh
access
yeah.
to them
Oh
once
yeah.
they
I'm
break.
taking notes every day, right? I get 10 million, I'm gonna party with my supporters, and I'm gonna give out checks. Appreciate you for interviewing me on your podcast when I was a little up and coming filmmaker. you
I
know,
love it.
but yeah,
Oh,
man, yeah, it's hard for people to see the vision. So, support is already tough,
mm-hmm.
So if you make any type of market blunder, it just makes it even tougher. So that would be my advice. That's one thing that I've learned from the business this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's already hard enough for us. So
Mm-hmm.
let's try not to have to get the people's attention twice
Yeah.
for a release.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned this year just from the business side.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go into that script thing again on the business side. I mean, it's the filmmaker side, but the product is the business,
Mm-hmm.
and your script is the most important part of the business. And
Yeah.
that's just like when I watch a lot of people other films. It's not that they're not good films; they just not finished, and they don't
Yeah.
know that they're not finished. You
Yeah.
know, so and that comes from the writing and the editing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just
Yeah.
need to clean it up a little bit more in the editing, and you need to
Mm-hmm.
clean it up a little bit more in the writing,
Yeah.
And if you had a good consultant,
Mm-hmm.
then you could know that, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely
somebody could point
understand it. That's
it
why
out
they
to
have
you.
them.
That's what you
Uh,
know what I mean.
it's like I don't even look at movie. I don't even watch stuff the same anymore. I'll be sitting there watching stuff, and now I'm looking at the different frames and like how they go from this scene and that scene. And then, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, with the cleanup of the story, I'll see where they changed shirts. They ain't even have on the same shirt, or they moved
Yeah.
positions. But
Yeah.
then I was like, how do you jump from this story to this story? It don't make sense.
Yep.
But I get it because sometimes you know what I'm saying. You don't get to shoot. Ideally, you don't get to shoot everything in sequence how you want it. I'm
Right.
like, that's a perfect storm type of
Right.
situation. You got to go with the availability of the people who you're working
Yep.
with, depending on how massive the project is. In an
Yep.
independent film, that's a massive project. That's
Yep.
a lot of days, countless hours. And then on the editing side, I'm like, what I'm saying, there's a lot of editing as well. I
Facts.
don't think people really get to understand, like, what I'm saying, really take on a project like that. So for you to do it for the love that you do it and the quality of what you can do it is phenomenal. And then
Yep.
everybody needs to be like consulting you, and then anybody who's trying to like really break into the industry needs
Yep.
to come up under you and like follow in your footsteps and stuff
Yep.
because you're
Nah,
out
I
there
mean,
making it
and a
happen.
lot of people do, a lot of people do tap in, and
Mm-hmm.
then a lot of people don't tap in. So, but I'm here.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'll help anybody because
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you said. That's how I see it. That if we all rise, I'm gonna rise too.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see your film do good because
Yes.
I'm invested in it as I want people to be like that film over there was good. Them boys from Macon, then
Mm-hmm.
that help all of us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm invested into seeing every filmmaker do
Mm-hmm.
good work, and we have the best products possible as a representation for our market. Because
Yeah.
when the market go up, if people from Texas paying attention to making because of, let's say, Bernard film Line of Allegiance,
Mm-hmm.
then Tubi might feed them Loyalty Over Blood right after that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like right now. If I go into my Tubi app, my logarithm, I'm gonna probably see some making films in there now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the log very, very smart.
Mm-hmm.
So soon as I log in, you see us in there trending. Loyalty
Mm-hmm.
Over Blood,
Yeah.
recommended. The logarithm is smart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just go over. Let me see if I see somebody from making just quickly. Because a lot of times I do. I see us, and then there go Bernard,
Mm-hmm.
or there go Roster Boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, man. When the whole market go up, everybody
Mm-hmm.
go up. So I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm help. There go Roster Boy right there for the love
Mm-hmm.
of money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. People gotta understand how to win,
Mm-hmm.
uh, get out their own way,
Mm-hmm.
realize that it's collaboration over competition.
Mm-hmm.
Understand what you're supposed to be doing to, right?
Yeah.
Competition is cool. We just
Mm-hmm.
got a toxic way of competition. So
Yeah.
let's put that on the table, Andreas. This
Yeah.
how you compete by
Mm-hmm.
making your product the best you can.
Yeah.
You don't compete by not supporting me
Yeah.
and downing me or talking about me behind my back or talking about my film when it's good or you want to
Mm-hmm.
be better than us. That ain't the right competition. The
Mm-hmm.
right competition is you seeing loyalty over blood and saying, okay, let me get my film the best I can get it. I want my quality better than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or comparable to that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to learn how to compete. And when you understand that, now you can tap in with me and I can help you compete, right?
Yeah.
Like, or you can help me compete
Yeah.
because you're not seeing it like a personal battle anymore,
Yeah.
but we're all just in the marketplace and we
Mm-hmm.
trying to make the best product that we can. That's
Yeah.
just like I opened the podcast talking about my other fellow filmmakers
Mm-hmm.
in the area. That's like
Exactly.
Cinema Sultan. He did a commercial for Paris downtown, and the
Mm-hmm.
color grading was so good. I screenshot it and put it in the chat GPT.
Mm-hmm.
I said, chat, tell me how this man making this color grade look that good. You know what I'm
Love it.
saying? You
Uh-huh.
know, and I could have hit Cinema. No, he cool like that. We done worked on the same set before, but
Mm-hmm.
but that's healthy competition. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm
Yeah.
telling you, the man product good. Go watch the man product. It's not a personal competition between me and him. Who better than who? You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's just about trying to get the product to the best you can get the product. Same
Yeah.
with visual artist Jay. When I first
Mm-hmm.
started, visual artist Jay is like one of the best videographers in the world,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right here in Macon. Like you can go on Instagram, you ain't gonna find another videographer who worked just as good as visual artist Jay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So looking at it, you like, man, how do I get my quality, to look like that
Mm-hmm.
or something comparable to that, right?
Yeah.
That's healthy competition, right? Product improvement, product development,
Mm-hmm.
all the personal, cause you do film and I do film, and now
Mm-hmm.
we like each other? Do we not like each other? Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to get past that. People got
Mm-hmm.
to understand how to funnel your
Mm-hmm.
energy of competition. Because when people say no, don't compete, that's toxic. See, I feel like we getting lost right there.
Yeah.
Because you gotta because that's a natural energy
Mm-hmm.
for people to be competitive in business. Business is
Mm-hmm.
competition.
Yeah.
Art is competition.
It
It
is.
is competition. It's not don't compete, it's how to compete.
Yeah.
We need healthy competition
Mm-hmm.
because you should want to be the best podcast on the world. Why
Yeah.
would somebody tell you not to compete with Joe Rogan?
Exactly.
You want a $300 million podcast too. You
Well,
know,
actually, I don't even want the 300 million for an individual. I want the 300 million for the platform. I want to be
Facts.
media. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like I'm
Right.
modeling my new business after Jason Jason Lee from Unlocked Hollywood.
Okay.
$50 million annually. You know what I'm saying? Independent has its own platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To do now. Of course, he got some haters and stuff, whatever, because he also serves as a city council or something like that in Stockholm, California.
Okay.
He just went through all that stuff because he sits on the council. He was voted in, used his own campaign money, all that stuff.
Wow.
I love the fact that he uses his platform to bring awareness too. See,
Right.
he was like, like a Charlemagne back in the day, you know what I'm saying? All the negative, nasty stuff or whatever. But
Yeah.
he's transitioned and gone beyond that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you got to report some things, but he's dialed back a lot and he started using his platform and building it. But that's because they were trying to like uh basically ball him out the industry or whatever. So he built his own.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to put other people on.
Facts.
I have put some people on, and then I'm trying to get
That's why I
more
say
people.
everybody got an origin story with you.
I'm trying to get more people, you know what I'm saying, put on. I was like, I want more podcasts down there to develop and like I want them to get paid from like download one. You can do that.
Mm,
They don't realize you can do that. I mean, there's so
yeah.
many different ways to get paid with podcasting.
Yep.
And I don't care what they podcasting about. I'm like, there's
Right.
so many stories out there that need to be told. There's so many people out there like yourself who are doing fantastic things that need to be highlighted so
Yep.
other people can learn about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was looking at my data earlier today, and I got more people in like Indiana and Ohio and California and Texas. I've been talking to a lot of different people out there. They've
Yeah.
been listening in. Florida, Orlando, the S city or whatever that's close to Orlando. I got a couple in spots in Virginia. Metro Atlanta is starting to kick in all over Duluth, Dallas, Fayetteville, downtown Atlanta,
Yep.
Norcross. So I'm getting all these different looks,
Yep.
and I'm like, everyone else, I'm like, you can do whatever you want to do. And then, like you said,
Yep.
with the competition, I don't care what other people are doing. Yes,
Come on.
I could be like, yeah, you know what? I want to do that look too.
Yeah.
But if they got great stuff, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna tell people,
Right.
yes, go hit them up.
Right.
You just don't belong to me.
Yep.
Everyone shares consumers.
Yep. Come on.
Nobody has the market on one particular consumer and they don't buy from anybody else. That's just
Yep.
asinine way of thinking.
Come on.
There's some
Come
people
on.
who drink Coke and drink Pepsi too.
Right. Right. Right.
Or they
And
might
even if
drink.
they don't, it's enough people in the market to service both companies.
Yes.
That, like I said, the pot is unlimited.
Yeah.
We got to get out of the scarcity mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's another thing going back to our earlier about why competition, Chiefs, Indians, all that good stuff. Scarcity in
Mm-hmm.
our community is another thing that drives division
Mm-hmm.
because, we come from typically, lower economic backgrounds. So
Mm-hmm.
we got this scarcity mentality that,
Mm-hmm.
there's not enough. Or if you get on, I'm not going to get on. Or you getting on makes me feel insecure by not being on yet,
Mm-hmm.
because of where we come from, you ain't poor no more. You know what I mean? So, so I think that plays a role too. We too scared somebody gonna leave us.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gonna come up, and now they got more than you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like one of my classmates from high school, man, Earl Wise.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about Earl all the time. You need to bring him on your podcast.
Okay.
Uh he does real estate. He's retired already. He's not even 40. Well, he probably just turned 40 because he like
Mm-hmm.
1 year younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 41.
Mm-hmm.
Lives offshore, has bought his mom a house, two sister houses, epitome of what the American dream from a black boy from the hood is.
Mm-hmm.
But some of our peers, I watch it, the way they look and their blood pressure change when I talk about him. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's
Yeah.
it's almost like they want to, you know what they call it? They call
But
it dick riding. Yeah, 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 yeah.
there's
But
nothing wrong with giving people props.
man, come on, man. And I'm proud of the dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love to see it. And
Mm-hmm.
like I say, when one person succeed, we all succeed because
Mm-hmm.
he's left a blueprint, right? Of
Yes.
what's possible, first and
Mm-hmm.
foremost, and what he did to get there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's also for me, it's a self-esteem booster as well. It's just like people and that's how you know it's toxic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to be refraining from cursing, right?
No, I'm not regulated by the FCC. The only thing
Okay,
that I
okay.
have to do for FCC just for podcasts is when I'm sponsored by certain things, I have to
Okay.
mention that
I'm
if
gonna
I have
still
a
try
affiliate
not to
link.
curse, right?
But
Because
yeah,
I told somebody I was gonna try to stop cursing
yeah,
anyway, right? I need to work on being more clean in my communication language, right?
yeah,
But
small
people
steps.
will put on a jersey, right? I was like,
Uh,
I got jersey right here. Okay. My old high school jersey from South.
mm-hmm, yeah,
Like, you'll root for the Steelers
mm-hmm,
and throw a party because your team won the Super Bowl.
mm-hmm,
People you don't know,
mm-hmm,
but somebody you know you want to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel the same about them. So
Hmm.
Earl buying his mama a house is like my sports team winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, bro?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't understand, why people don't have that same energy, but I get it. That's what I'm saying. When you looking at somebody that
Hmm.
that has accomplished something that you haven't, if you're not a very secure person in yourself, I
Hmm.
understand how that makes you feel insecure. It's not
Hmm.
that you hate Earl or not proud of him. It's just that another person's success, if you're not secure in yourself, can make you feel insecure, I guess.
Yeah, because you're basically a mirror. That's what I
Oh
tell
yeah.
people. You're a mirror
Yeah.
because you chasing your dreams, you're making things happen. A lot of people give up on their wants and desires. If you talk to people, I've talked to people a lot just
Yeah.
doing this, and you get to see how people are deterred from one chasing stuff because there's no blueprint for it. So it's a
Yep.
lot of we have a still we still have a lot of first
Yep.
in our community
Yep.
doing stuff.
Yep.
So if there's no blueprint for it or whatever, then everybody thinks it's not obtainable.
Yep.
But then when you do start to chase it, you're reminding people that they're not chasing what they wanted to do, that they gave up on whatever desires and how they saw themselves. Because
Yep.
when you're young, you have a vision for yourself. You
Yep.
may not say it out loud, but
Right.
internally you do. When you're 20 something, you want to, you see you'll go through, you do your life assessment. You be like, you know what, at 30, I want to do this, and at 40, I want to do this. And the
Yep.
closer you get to it, and you start to think,
Millionaire by the time I was 26.
yeah.
That didn't work out.
Well, we got to be able to, again, what's missing? Mentorship. People show us the rope of how to
Yeah.
get to that because it's easy to say,
Right.
to put it into practice, and when real life happens, and then like some people experience survivor's remorse
Right.
where they experience success, but because everybody they used to hang with didn't get to the same level, now they feel guilty about what's coming their way and feel like,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, they got to dodge out and stuff like that and try to find that balance. So I'm like, we have all these complicated variables
Yep.
that go into it.
Yeah.
But just to reiterate, I think when we're chasing our dreams and stuff like that, and we're showing people along the way the process, and we keep hitting
Yep.
milestones,
Yep.
people start to look at us and they just feel internally themselves that they're not chasing because they gave up
Mm-hmm.
because of whatever reasons, whether it being too hard, whether it be fear, lack of
Yep.
support, which
Yep.
I hear a lot of. You just got all these different things or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
all it is. That's all I see it as. It's a mirror. You're a mirror to people.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more.
So I know we'll be on here rapping a good little minute. I love this. What is something you want to accomplish for 2026 as a filmmaker?
As a filmmaker for 2026, the first thing that I want to accomplish is getting my courses,
Hmm.
higherlearning.com, getting that fully launched in the marketplace.
Hmm.
So I teach back what I have learned in the first 7 years of filmmaking. I want to be able to take a filmmaker and put them where I am in
Hmm.
3 to 6 months. What it took me 7 years to learn,
I
I
love
want to
it.
give it to you in 3 to 6 months.
That's what's up. I like that. When you trying to like roll that out by?
I would like for that to be rolled out before the 1st of March.
Yeah, we got to talk. We
Yeah,
gonna have to
yeah,
talk. I'm
yeah.
already thinking of
So,
stuff.
so, so I'm already working on it. My website is about 90% done.
Hmm.
That's why, like I say, you see the merch gonna be in play. You know how we do. We like to build worlds when we
Hmm.
create. So, higher learning is gonna be that platform. Filmmaking, business. I definitely want to have you on podcast workshop, that type thing.
Hmm.
Um, and it's gonna be the base. It's gonna be base community. where you can join the membership for just $47 a month and
Okay.
have access to the community. And then,
Mm-hmm.
of course, you have a VIP where you can ask me more direct questions for a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have a one-on-one high ticket offer where
Mm-hmm.
I can work with you one-on-one with your filmmaking education or you making a movie, your first movie.
Yeah.
So this education group platform is geared towards first time filmmakers. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're not a first time filmmaker, you can still learn something.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in business, you can still learn something, or you just a content creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can still join this group and learn filmmaking, business, creativity, get
Mm-hmm.
my feedback
Mm-hmm.
on your, you know. So that is the number one thing that I want to accomplish as a filmmaker in 2026. Lunch higher learning
Mm-hmm.
and go into the education side of filmmaking, teaching back what I have learned in the first
Mm-hmm.
7 years, which is just the foundation, right?
Yeah.
I don't consider myself an, but I have built a solid foundation. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to get started in
Mm-hmm.
filmmaking and make a movie like Trust Issues, make
Mm-hmm.
a movie like Loyalty Over Blood.
That's what's up. I learned it. I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. So infrastructure, resources, everything.
Everything, yeah,
Um,
man. And a lot of people don't have access to good feedback. Like I say,
no,
I
they
just
don't.
know how much feedback helped to sharpen me as a creator and
Mm-hmm.
speed up my learning curve. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody not blessed to have a partner like Ricardo that has a
Mm-hmm.
taste for eye like I do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody not blessed to have Lock Dog with a quality eye like I do. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
bring all of that online where you could be in Africa and
Mm-hmm.
get my opinion on your work, you know, to possibly help you out as a first time filmmaker, you
Yeah.
know, for a price probably lower than your cell phone bill, you
Yeah.
know, things that we've taken, same tools, same frameworks,
Mm-hmm.
knowledge to make on projects, you know, we're giving it to you for $47 a month. I feel like it's just a no brainer.
Yeah, it is. Definitely. Man, yeah, I mean, you're right along the lines. I was actually gonna build uh, in the works of building a community
Yep.
for first time entrepreneurs. And what I like to
Ah, okay.
say, uh-huh,
Yeah.
and where they have accountability partners.
Facts.
That's what people
Yeah.
are missing.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Instead of me just building it, I might just have to partner with you on a lot
Let's
of that.
let's do it,
So,
man, because just like you said, your vision is a network. That's my vision for education, a
hmm
school.
yeah,
I don't want to be the only teacher.
hmm
I want it to be a conglomerate of teachers, and
yeah,
we work out a profit sharing, and
hmm
we have like our own college
yeah.
online.
So, Trey, I want you to let everybody know where can they go check out stuff, and if they want to follow things of that nature and support.
You can find me on Santrell Garnett Davis on Facebook. Find me on Instagram at 22LC Global. Go watch my movies first and foremost. Trust
hmm
Issues on Tubi. Watch it on Tubi too. Don't watch it on Amazon. Okay, we campaigning against Amazon. But Trust Issues, Lloyd, go check them out on Tubi. Santrell Davis on Facebook, man. Hit me up in the inbox. You got questions, you want to collab. Higherlearning.com will be the educational platform. Should be launching in the next month or so. So yeah, man, I'm just looking to keep working, keep getting better, share the knowledge that I have gained so far, share the mistakes and experiences that I've gained so far to make sure that you don't skip the foundation and make the same mistakes I made, you know.
That's what's up. So y'all heard it here first. Go follow, support. And if you're, you know what I'm saying, into filmmaking, content creation, all that stuff, higherlearning.com will be available for you to join. And we gonna do some partnership, something. We're gonna work something
Oh yeah,
out.
man, we're gonna do some partnerships. It's already done. It's already done, brother. It's done.
Yeah, y'all keep supporting the platform and everybody that we bring on